My father worked there, my grandmother worked there. They sold their goods. My dad was telling you that they were wheat merchants. They also sold glassware and dishes and things like that. There now and lay some flowers in memorial. So please come with me. The States to come please and lay flowers in memory of the Jewish population of Wizyta and Mr. President Paterick as well. Did you want to say anything?
We're placing those in memory of all the Jews that we lost.
We're placing these flowers here in memory of all the Jews who were perished in the Holocaust. There. Hi.
I would just like to say on behalf of Classrooms Without Borders, which is the organization that we're with and of which I'm a board member, that it's a very important work that Tzipi is doing to educate people in our own country who really don't know a lot about what happened here, and that it's a privilege.
You can see all the houses all around here. If my father was with us, he would put a woman who was a Christian who owned a house, and she was very mean to the Jews, but she had very beautiful daughters. But most of these houses were Jewish houses.
For us it's a very important time.
Dlatego, że ta część miasta, czyli najstarsza część Starachowiec, dawniej wierzchni,
because that part of our town, it's the oldest part of our town, now it's a district of our town.
była przed wojną zamieszkała przede wszystkim przez społeczność żydowską.
Before the Second World War was the local center of the Jewish community. Around 60% of the population of that town were Jewish.
I przyszedł niestety nagle taki moment,
but when the Holocaust was started,
w którym ta historia związana ze Starowicami Wierzchnikiem się zakończyła.
Where the time of the Jewish community and Wierzchnik was ending.
Większość osób, która mieszkała, niestety zginęła.
The most number of the population from the Wierzchnik town was killed.
Dlatego dla nas ogromną radością jest to, że Howard Chandler przeżył i pamięta o Starowicach.
So for us it's very important that Mr. Chandler and you still remember that time and still try to save and remember that history.
Za to jesteśmy bardzo wdzięczni.
So we are very pleased that you still cultivate this history.
I zawsze drzwi w Starachowicach dla was są otwarte.
And what is very important, and our mayor highlighted that our doors, city doors, are still open for you for every time.
Dziękujemy i zapraszamy.
Thank you very much and welcome to Starachowice.
If you could imagine the day of October 27th, 1942, all the Jews from the ghetto, about 4,500 to 6,000 people, because they came from other towns as well, were gathered, and gathered is an understatement, ordered to come to this market square. This is where the women were separated from the men. The men were standing with work permits on that side of the street, on the sidewalk. The women and the kids and those whose work permits were not honored were standing in the center and to the right of my right of the square, waiting to go and to be marched. Not far from here are the railroad tracks, and they were marched to the trains. And we know now that the most of them were taken directly to Treblinka, including my grandmother, my aunt, and my uncle. That was the last time my father saw his mother and his sister. It was just down the street that the Christian family was supposed to keep his younger brother Sam, and he saw him walking up past his house into the market square. but he couldn't do anything because he was standing with his father and he didn't want to be pulled out of the line of workers. So I think that you can take a look at the market square. It's much more beautiful now after renovation than it was when we first came. It was uneven cobblestones and it was quite old, but it felt very real. This feels a little surreal because it's so beautiful now. But we cherish the fact that we have a memorial here that people can come and pay tribute. And everybody in the town will know that there was a Jewish population of Wizyta. It didn't start from nothing. Wow! I feel like it's hallowed ground.